Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again. Another edition of Inside the Headset as we stay in the 6A ranks. We're going to talk to the head coach of the Franklin Rebels, Donnie Webb. How you doing, Coach Webb?
I'm doing well, thank you, sir.
Well, you've been through your summer workouts and then your two-a-days or whatever you want to, first day of hitting and a jamboree and two or three other things, and talk to us a little bit about where you think you are as far as the team and the Franklin Rebels as you're heading into Friday night.
Oh, well, I know the kids are excited to be able to, play another opponent where, everything's for real now. It's obvious, you can tell it on the practice field. They're kind of a little bit tired of tackling maroon jerseys every day, and so now they get the opportunity to go against someone else where it's for real. And so I'm excited for them. It's we're young in some spots, and but we're going to have a fun time and fly around, see what we can do. Logistically
and everything gone all right to suit you up to this point as you work through week one?
Yes, we've made a few changes offensively. We feel like that running the option was a good thing for us, and we need to get back to doing a little bit more of that. And so that part of it, I'm excited to watch them play and see what happens. Now I'm repeating myself again. We're really, really young on defense, and so looking forward to watching them run around, and they're going to make mistakes, but let's hope we make them full speed and make up for each other.
So who'd you take on in the jamborees or wherever you've been? Who have you battled against a little bit here, or been able to just at least trade pads with?
Yeah, we just had 3 scrimmages. Did not do a jamboree this year.
Okay.
Just didn't work out. We went with Laverne, Page, and Stewart's Creek, and the good thing about it, we see an improvement from the first scrimmage to the last one.
Right.
Obviously, once again, football is a game of mistakes, and we're still making some, and my biggest fear for this Friday night is the kicking game.
Right.
We just don't do it live in all these scrimmages, and it'll be live 7 o'clock over at Siegel.
You mentioned that. I talked to Coach Creasy earlier today, and he's going through they're painting the field, trying to get the turf down. He was in his coach's shows. He spent about 8 minutes saying, we don't have a goalpost, so we haven't been able to work on our extra points. We've been kicking through passes. So, you don't think about those things, but when you make a decision to change something logistically at your facility, or you do something like that, it puts a kink in your whole operation. You're now with turf now, am I right?
Yes, sir. And we went through that the year before. Leading up to it, all our scrimmages were on the road, and same type of things that I'm sure he already mentioned. But, man, when you're being blessed with something, all you can do is say, look what we're fixing to have, and let's get excited to play on it.
So what's the great question, I guess, is you're somebody that's had turf for a year versus all the years before that, you ran gasoline through a mower and you striped the fields and did all those things. What's been the biggest difference right off? Is it just the snap the fingers and the ready-madeness of we can go to work right now?
The greatest thing about it, bar none, is practice. It's all your lines are there. The film is clear. Everything's better because you're not filming off of a tower up on a practice field, or so that is by far the greatest part of it to us as coaches. I guess I'm old school. I miss the grass, and
yes. Well, that's what Ty Nick said. I said, what's the biggest change from as far as I know it's faster, but high school to college, what's been the biggest change? He said, you don't smell nothing in college. You don't smell nothing. So you miss that smell of that grass, huh?
Yeah, and then the ability to the football teams who's out there now, everybody's using that thing, and which it is a good thing.
Right.
It's I guess it's kind of like the basketball coach. Everybody wants to use the gym.
Great question and everything. Well, let's talk a little bit about your opponent, and that is the Siegel Stars. And talk to us a little bit about them. What do you think about them? What little you've seen? What are you going to have to do to stop them?
Yeah, well, we traded, the scrimmage films, and shoot, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Coach Copley's doing a good job. They are tons better than when I saw them in passing of game film over the past couple of years, and it's obvious that they have, their offensive line impresses me. They come off and they want to run the power, and we're going to have to get in there and stop that first, and then I'm going to talk numbers instead of names.
That's fine.
Like they got a 21 who I think is really good football player.
Okay.
And and he'll give us matchup problems because they'll put him in the slot. They'll even put him at tailback.
So he's a money guy. He's a money guy.
What's that now?
He's a money guy.
Yes, he's a good football player. Very good football player. And because of that, it'll give us problems. And then to top it up, the other ones on the outside are pretty good themselves. And then obviously having a quarterback that's returning to deal the ball to them.
Yep. Well, Coach, thank you so much. Anything you want to say to your fans? I just, I always appreciate you. The relationship with you. All these guys over here, and now we've got Rick Rice. He's now here over at out at Rockville, and you're tight. And normally, even though you only got 3 or maybe that's it of your non-conference games, you look along and you say you'd at least like to play one Rutherford County game, and kind of explain to everybody why do you you can play this or you can play that, but you probably say more than likely if you get a shot, you want to at least play one Rutherford County team, but because you might see them later on.
Well, everything comes down to scheduling. I'm biased, but I think top to bottom, our league over here is as tough as there is for the public school league.
Right, and you're already going to have to play them.
Yeah, and it all comes down to scheduling. We're playing Siegel and Riverdale this year.
That's
Rutherford.
Yeah,
and to me, it's just good guys. It's just people I respect as coaches, and you're gonna have a good program, and shoot, some of our games, I'm looking forward to Friday night, because I think our fans will, Siegel being just across the county line, I think our fans will show up, and it'll be a great atmosphere.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you know what? And I hope they do. I'm headed down to Memphis to do the Christian Brothers Bob Jones game, and looking forward to it. So I definitely think the Franklin fans will travel, and hope so. I know both teams have a great band, and so you get a good halftime show, and they do a good job over at Siegel. They do a real good job.
And then us and Riverdale have gone for several years now. We've been playing the same week 2 spot, and it's been some really fun football games.
It sure has. And I've tried to capture a couple of those. Speaking of that, I've always, and Will was talking about that too, and he looks a little better, Coach. He looks a little better. He's getting better over there. He looks a little different.
I'm sure he is. I love Will, and I wish the best for him 9 other games.
Exactly. Well, Coach, good luck Friday night. We hope we come away with a win, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.